If you watched my last empties video, then I talked about this briefly there because one of the dry shampoos that I'm going to talk about was in the empties video. And I wanted to do kind of a quick full review of the 3 all-natural, non-toxic dry shampoos that I've used, and kind of the issue that I alluded to in that video, which is the extreme price differential between the 2 higher end shampoos, the One Love Organics and the Lulu Organics hair powder. I have been a big dry shampoo lover before I even switched to all natural products. I was using Oscar Blondie, which actually is not that dirty ingredient wise. I think it's like a 2 or a 3 on the EWG. I had tried a bunch and then I made the switch to all natural products and I needed an all natural dry shampoo. So the very first one that I ever tried was the Lulu Organics hair powder. And I ordered this on Spirit Beauty Lounge probably 2 or 3 years ago. And this lasted me about a year. You receive 4 ounces of product for $30. And it comes in several different scents. The one that I had tried was the Lavender Clary Sage. It also comes in Jasmine, Patchouli and Amber, and a Vetiver and Black Pepper. So the ingredients in here are organic cornstarch, white clay, baking soda, organic rice powder, organic horsetail powder, and essential oils. It's available on lots of different online retailers, so it's quite easy to get. It really did feel like a high-end product. Did not irritate my scalp at all. It is white, and I know for brunettes it can sometimes be a challenge, but the way that I deal with white hair powders or dry shampoos is that I tend to put them in at night so that overnight it kind of has time to soak in and soak up the oil of your scalp, and then I just brush it through the next morning. Or I'll just put it in the morning and put my hair up, and I don't really care if there's a bit of a white cast. It tends to dissipate, and I just haven't found it to be that big of a deal for me. When I ran out of this, I was like, oh, it's kind of pricey, $30, like I'll try a cheaper one. So I decided to try the often raved about Acure Organics dry shampoo. This only comes in 1 scent. It's the Argan Stem Cell and CoQ10. You get 1.7 ounces of product, so it's less than half of what you get with the Lulu Organics, and it's $12. You can get this at Whole Foods, you can get it on Vitacost, you can get it pretty much everywhere. It's really, really easy to get. The ingredients in here are organic cornstarch, non-GMO, French white clay, oat flour, slippery elm bark flour, argan stem cells, CoQ10, lavender essential oil, and chamomile essential oil. So there is some ingredient overlap between the Lulu Organics and this. This is awful, and I know that other green YouTubers have talked about this and really liked it. First of all, it has no scent to me at all, so I don't know, like the lavender and chamomile essential oil, I smelled nothing. It smells like an unscented product to me. It's got a very thick texture, and it leaves like a definitive residue in your hair and makes it like a dry sticky. I know that that's like a horrible descriptor, but it just feels like shit in your hair, honestly. Like it's not as like finely milled as this. I feel like you can just tell that it's in your hair, and it almost makes your hair feel dirtier, which I guess I can see how some people might like that, but it just doesn't really work for my particular hair texture. Maybe if you have like a lot of thick, coarse hair, it would be better. For me, I just found that it weighed my hair down, and I also really despised the way that it smelled, even though it kind of smelled like nothing. I used maybe a quarter of this, and as I mentioned in my empties video, I found the receipt and was going to return it, which now that I've filmed this video, I'm going to return this to Whole Foods and get my money back. And I should also point out that because you only get 1.7 ounces of product at $13, if you get 4 ounces of product for $30, they're kind of comparably priced, honestly. It makes this one not seem so expensive. So the last dry shampoo that I've tried in the all-natural world is the One Love Organics Healthy Locks Dry Shampoo Powder. This is really freaking nice. I like it better than this. It has an amazing scent. If you've tried it, you know it smells like gardenias. and it's got a beautiful texture. It absorbs into the hair even a little better than this, although I do think that these are very, very comparable. And it's just really nice. It's the scent, I think, too, that just really does it for me. I love the way it smells. It's kind of like a hair perfume and dry shampoo in one. So the stats on this are you get 1.8 ounces for $29. It is comprised of rice starch, organic cornstarch, kaolin, sodium bicarbonate or baking soda, tapioca starch, bamboo stem extract, silica and sodium, proprietary natural and organic fragrance compounds. So it has a couple additional things like the bamboo and the silica that I think give it kind of a different texture than the Lulu organics. But as I pointed out previously, it is double the price of this. So you can see the containers are very, very similar. When this arrived in the mail, I ordered this from EcoDivaBeauty. I was kind of surprised because it comes filled up to here. And I kind of was like, I was expecting it to be completely full. I actually sent an email directly to One Love Organics because I felt like it was a concern for them and not for EcoDivaBeauty. And I emailed my concern. I said, I feel like the product is not filled completely, and you know, for this price, I compared it to the Lulu Organics one in my email. I got an email back the next day or the day after from Susan LaRue, I think that's her name, the founder of One Love Organics, and she was basically like, you know, we would never deceive our customers. It says 1.8 ounces on the packaging. We weigh it out. She gave me this very detailed description, and I hadn't even honestly thought to look at the ounce differential that you get in the products. And she's totally right. I mean, this is 1.8 ounces of product. For some reason, I was just like, oh, this size container, it should be filled to the top. And she had said in her email that the reason that they chose the packaging that they did was based on ample field testing and user reviews that they did of the ease at which people that were testing the product were able to get it out and whatever. They had done extensive market research basically to inform their product design, and this was the size that worked the best, blah, blah, blah. When you compare the ounce for ounce and the price, it's just like, are you willing to pay that much? I mean, this is double the price of this. And while it's really nice, I don't know if I would buy it again. Okay, my honest assessment is that I really like it, and I would probably like to always have a bottle of this around, but use it sparingly. I wouldn't rely on it for my everyday dry shampoo use just because it is so pricey for ounce per ounce. I would definitely repurchase the Lulu Organics one again because I think it is a high-end product at a relatively reasonable price point. So that's what I have to say about that. There aren't a whole lot of all-natural dry shampoo options. I wish that there were more because there's so many in the conventional beauty world, but a lot of them do kind of have potentially scalp irritating ingredients, and they're just not the best for you, especially to be putting on something as porous as your scalp. So I take that really, really seriously. The only other two options that I can let you know about are a UK brand called Tabitha James Kraan Organic Dry Shampoo. They also make a scented hair oil and a hair perfume, which I kind of really, really want to try. And they make a dark and a light hair formulation, which is really nice. You know, all of these that I mentioned here are white powders. I learned about the Tabitha James Kraan from No More Dirty Looks, obviously, and Nicole, one of their contributors, had, I think, probably received them in the mail directly from the company and has talked about them quite a bit. They're hard to get. You have to order directly from the UK website, as far as I know. and they're quite expensive. It's £27.95, which turns out to be $42.19. And then the other option, which I did try and didn't like because I like nothing from Dr. Hauschka apparently. Dr. Hauschka makes a body powder. It's called the Silk Body Powder. And that's 1.7 ounces for $34.95. It is a little more expensive than this, and I didn't really like it. It's marketed as a body powder, but you obviously can use it as a hair powder or dry shampoo. I didn't like it, so I don't recommend it. So my final assessment is that if you're going to try and pick up an all-natural, green, non-toxic, cruelty-free, blah-de-de-blah dry shampoo, I would go with the Lulu Organics if you want a decent value for a high-end product. If you really want to splurge, then, and you don't use dry shampoo that often, I would go ahead and get the One Love Organics because it smells incredible and is definitely the nicest of the three. So if you know of any other all-natural, non-toxic dry shampoos that I didn't mention here, please let me know because I love them and they are my hair savior. I will look forward to hearing about your user experience of these dry shampoos in the comments, and I hope you guys liked this video. I'll see you in another beauty video really soon. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.